ever felt the sinking feeling of watching your emergency fund dwindle to nothing? That was me not too long ago, facing unexpected expenses, overspending, all that has wiped out my financial safety net. But imagine starting your rebuilding process and accumulating over $4,000 in less than 3 months using Windfall, not your primary paycheck. Today, I'm revealing how I'm rebuilding my emergency fund, how I moved from ground zero to over $4,000 without relying on my 9 to 5 income. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Please know that I sincerely appreciate your support. Okay? So let's get into today's topic of rebuilding my emergency fund from ground zero. So I mentioned earlier that I'm rebuilding my emergency fund using Windfall. So with this Windfall at my disposal, I made a choice to rebuild smarter. But what exactly is Windfall? Windfall income is often unplanned or unexpected income that can boost a person's financial resources temporarily or even for the long term because it depends on the type of windfall that you're getting. These can be inheritance, lottery winnings, bonuses, tax refunds, gifts, or any unexpected income that you just weren't planning for. It just come upon you. But how someone chooses to manage and utilize windfall can have a significant impact on their financial well-being and long-term financial goals. So I started 2024 at ground zero. When I started my debt-free journey in mid-January, one of my goals was to build a $2,000 emergency fund by June of 2024. I know I was struggling financially, and I began to ask myself, where will this extra cash come from? Honestly, I was afraid. And I remember saying to myself, my God is still Jehovah Jireh. He still provides, and he still makes a way where there seems to be no way. This journey has been more than just numbers and calculations. It's about resilience, learning from my setbacks, the empowering feeling of taking control of my financial future, and most importantly, faith, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So, how I built my emergency fund? How am I rebuilding my emergency fund? So, in January, I received 2 refund checks. Now, let me just go ahead and pull up my financial goal sheet. So, this is my financial goal sheet right here. In January, I decided I want to create a $2,000 emergency fund, like I explained earlier. I received 2 checks in January, one from a bill that I overpaid, and another one from my gap insurance after I refinanced my car. I closed out January with $1,150 in my emergency fund. Um, in February, let me go to my sinking fund and debt tracker here. In February, I did not put any money in my emergency fund. But in March, I recently received my tax refund and I decided to park all of this in my high yields emergency savings account. So now my emergency fund is sitting at $4,360 in less than 3 months of starting my rebuilding. My goal was June. What was the most important thing that I said? Faith, the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. And I remember when I said to myself that my God is still Jehovah Jireh. He still provides, and He makes a way where there seems to be no way. Um, I'm also going to accredit this achievement to the fact that I decided to shift my money mindset. One pivotal component of my rebuilding is to change the way how I view unexpected income. So instead of seeing windfalls as money only to pay off debt, I looked at it as a tool to rebuild, to boost my savings. So by changing my mindset and embracing a more strategic approach to managing unexpected income, I've exceeded the goal of building my emergency fund, $2,000, and I've done it in in half of the time that I initially started. But when I stopped to think about it, before I started my debt free journey and my quest to change my money relationship, extra money was just for bills. But thinking about it, once you use all your extra money for bills, before you know it, I'm reusing the credit card for emergency or any unexpected expenses. So since I start looking at things differently, since I start this budgeting journey, I start to see my finances, my income, anything extra as a tool to achieve long-term security rather than solely for immediate gratification. And I now have a sense of empowerment and control over my finances. So shifting my financial mindset has led me to be making more conscious decisions, such as prioritizing savings. And quite frankly, achieving this goal, even though it's small, even though it's not 6 months of emergency expenses, I feel a sense of progress and accomplishment. And honestly, it is satisfying and it's motivating as well. I want to continue. So let me just give you a few tips that I've learned so far on this rebuilding um, savings journey, rebuilding my emergency fund. When unexpected payments or income comes your way, it's important that you resist the temptation of immediate gratification and think about long term by embracing a new perspective that values your financial well-being over time, over the short-term gains. You can start laying or rebuilding a foundation for security, rebuilding your safety net. This will alleviate financial stress along your way or along your journey. Number two, create a plan that aligns with your financial goal. This may involve um, allocating a portion of your windfall to build or rebuild your emergency fund. It can be to pay off your interest debts. It can be to invest. It depends on where you are. So once you evaluate where you are and build your plan, you will know where you need to start, where you need to put this money. But it's imperative that you design a plan to use this money. And for most of us mothers, at times we just don't treat ourselves. It's okay. Treat yourself, but do it responsibly. Because while it's important to be prudent, it's also important that we do self care. So consider setting aside a small portion to treat yourself for your self care. But while you're doing this, remember to do it responsibly and ensure that majority of this windfall is used to improve your financial situation in the long run. Okay, so I've went over my emergency fund. Um, I'm still sitting at zero for my vehicle, still sitting at $13.06 for my expense cushion, and all my other categories are still sitting at zero. So now that I'm here with my emergency fund, I will be able to prioritize some other um, one of my savings goal for this year. So just to wrap this up, remember that success in managing windfall income lies in thoughtful planning and strategic decision making. By leveraging unexpected financial gains wisely, you can pave the way for more financial stability. So start maximizing your windfall income today for a brighter future tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you'll know when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.